welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you the palettes that I have in my collection that remind me of winter. And I have a good combination of old palettes and some newer palettes. So whenever I say newer, I mean anything that was released this year. And older, anything that was released either 2022 or even further in the past. So if you like eyeshadow palettes just as much as I do, make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up. And if you're new here, hello, my name is Carla and I am a makeup enthusiast that loves to create looks and have fun with the makeup that I already own. I occasionally buy new products and review them, but I normally do videos focused on products that you already own. I like to do project pans, shop my stash, multiple looks with one palette. Well, I haven't done shop my stash in a while, but I'm trying to get back to it, okay? I'll probably get back to it during next year, January next year. You know what I mean. But yes, guys, that's what I kind of do over here. So if that is something that you are interested in, I hope that you consider subscribing to my channel before you leave. And now, without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with the winter palettes that I have here. I don't know how many they are, okay? I didn't count them. But let's go ahead and get started. Alright, guys, I have a good mix of indie, high-end, and drugstore palettes, I think. Yeah, there's a good mix here of everything, okay? So, let's see. Wait, there's one that I forgot. Give me 1 second. Found it, which is actually the one that we are going to start with. And I'm gonna pull up my arm so we can do some swatches, guys. I'm talking about this first palette that I have here. It's one that I got in a boxy charm, and I think it's a really good palette. Actually, last year I used it during winter, and I created a green and brown look for Christmas with it. I am talking about the Ciaté London, the Editor palette. This one right here, guys, has all of the, in my opinion, of course, winter tones. You get greens, you get wines, you get blues, you get cool tones over here, more like mauves. And you get some golds and, of course, some regular, everyday, year-round tones. Here, some peaches and pinks. But this shade over here, ooh, and this one right here, and this one right here, I just really like this ones. Let's see how they swatch. Look at that. It's like a shimmer, but not a crazy, super bright shimmer. For those of you that don't like to have all the sparkle in your eyes, this palette is perfect for you. I'm sorry that I'm looking down. It's like either I put this closer to you or I, look at it. But I think it's really cute. And then again, you get all the tones that you need. You can mix all the browns with any of these colors and everything is going to look just great. So if you have this palette and you have forgotten about it, maybe this is your sign that you need to pull it out and start using it. I'm not sure that you can get this one like by itself anymore. So if you have it, if you got it on a boxy charm, make sure that you use it because yes, it's the perfect season to use it. Alright guys, I have another palette over here. This is the Natasha Denona Mini Star palette. Whenever I see this palette, I immediately think of winter. You just get, this beautiful duochrome over here. It goes from brown to blue. Then you get these two shades that you can mix with everything. Well, not mix with everything, but these two mattes that just in general help for you to use any of these three shades over here. And then of course you get a beautiful gold over here, and this one right here if you want a more neutral look and just everyday basic look. But this palette is just absolutely stunning. I really like this duochrome right here. It's one of my favorite tones to put on my eyes. Just look at that. I don't know if you can see it. Of course, a duochrome, it's not as pigmented and as strong as, indie eyeshadows do it, but it's really pretty. If you put it maybe here, it'll look a little bit better. I don't know if you can see it, but it's really pretty. I remember whenever I was wearing this one on my eyes about 2 years ago. That was the night I got engaged, and I loved that look. I loved how that look looked. I'm gonna insert a picture over here. I don't know. I was just really happy with it, and that picture was from before I knew I was getting engaged or got engaged, okay? But yes, guys, this, I just think it's absolutely beautiful and perfect for winter, and it's a small one in case that you don't like anything, too big, or you have trouble whenever you have bigger palettes with too many choices. Honestly, this one is just very easy. Outer corner, crease, and then you get to use any of this three for your lid and you're good to go. Let's go ahead and move on to the next palette. I have here a newer eyeshadow palette to my collection. This one is the Hey Reindeer palette from Odin's Eye, and it's actually the palette that I have on my eyes today. I am currently working on a 5 looks 1 palette with this one, so if you want to watch that, make sure that you subscribe to my channel and click on that bell notification so you get notified whenever I post that video or any other video that I post, of course. But this is how this palette looks like, and of course that I had to choose this for winter. I did not put this one on my holiday palettes because honestly this does not remind me of the holidays. Whenever I think of holidays, I think of green and red and all of that. But this one does remind me of winter because it has all of those cool tones. It has those blue tones specifically that whenever I see them, it's like, oh, it's winter, you know? And it is a very, very pretty palette. I honestly love this shade right here. It's so pretty and sparkly. It's insane the amount of sparkle that it has. It's like, I don't know how to explain it, but it's absolutely beautiful. Like, just super, super shiny. So this one, on the opposite side of the Natasha Denona and the other one, the Ciaté London, if you are into very more bright, not bright, but into very sparkly looks, indie brands are gonna be for you. This one, this shimmer right here is just absolutely stunning. I don't know what I want to do with it. It's like I want to eat it, but of course I can't. So I just want to put it all over my lid. I am kind of sad that I did not put this all over my lid, but I have it on my inner corner, so as you can see, and it's just so shiny and bright. But yes, guys, this to me, it's like a, I'm not gonna say a perfect winter, but it kind of is because you don't get just the typical blue tones for winter. You get a variety of different tones that you can mix and match with. Like you get also a lilac over here. You get also this pink right here, even an orange. Like who would have thought, you know, orange for winter? Of course, I don't think orange for winter, but it just gives you a little bit of an extra thing to play with if you get bored of the cool tones and blue tones during the winter season. This one from Odin's Eye, I believe it's still available on their website. I do not know if they are currently running a sale or not. I don't think so. I did see somebody running a sale, but I'm not sure it was them. But anyway, let's go ahead and move on to the next palette. This one is a Colourpop one, and I am talking about the Blue Moon palette. Of course, if it's blue, it's going to be winter, and this one, guys, is a very good and affordable option. If you might, there's a possibility that you might have this palette because this one, it's so old then probably some of you already have it in your collection. And even if you don't and you're on a budget, this one, for the quality and the price, it is not expensive. It really is worth it. Now, I'm not a big fan of the blues, but I'll say this, it is pretty. This shade over here, Billie Jean, it's also very, 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 not as sparkly as a indie brand, but it's still sparkly. It still is going to give you some shine. It is cute. And this one right here, look at that. It's like a blue with a white. I don't know how to describe it, but they are very, very pretty. Again, I believe that these palettes are like $14. They used to be like 12 or 10. I don't remember. Of course, prices have gone up ever since, but still, $14, I do not think it's expensive for this, and Colourpop always is running some sort of sale or discount code or something. So if you don't have it and you want something affordable for the winter, I think this is a good option. And it's still available because this is part of their permanent collection. Next, let's talk about different tones. It's not blues, but these tones also remind me of winter, and I am talking about like wines and burgundy tones. This one, guys, is the Natasha Denona Retro Palette, and I don't know why, to me, I think about winter and I think about these tones also, not just blues. Whenever I think of fall, I think of reds, but whenever I think of winter, I think of burgundy tones. So this palette definitely takes me all the way to, you know, winter and just, I don't know, it's really, really cute. I will be honest, I have not played with this palette. I have not touched it at all. I am not going to swatch it because I want to take pictures of it before I ever put my fingers on them or on it. But it's a very cute palette, and again, I just see some cool tones over here and also some a little bit more warmer tones on this side. But this, it's all cool tones, and again, cool tones, winter, just, you know, go together. So if you have this one, make sure that you know, pull it out of your drawers if you haven't done it in a minute. This is your sign that maybe you should, you know, use it and give it some love again. I know that we are enjoying recently the newest Natasha Denona palette, which I believe is the I Need a Nude, but these ones are also really good, guys. And for something more festive, a little bit more color can go really, really good. Alright, next, let's talk about one of the newest eyeshadow palettes in my collection. This one, it's Winter, and it's even in the name of this palette, Winter Wonderland, and I am talking about the Cosmic Brushes. Like I said, Winter Wonderland eyeshadow palette. This one, it's nothing but blues and purples, okay? This is winter in a palette. But not only it's winter, you get some really beautiful duochromes over here. This one and this one. And not even duochromes, they're multichromes. So pretty that gives a little bit more versatility to your looks, because this one goes from a pink to like a blue to a purple. It's so, or green, it's so pretty. And then this one right here goes from the green to blue to purple. I don't know. It's just, I cannot even tell you how many colors I see in this. I see blue, I see purple, I see some hot, a little bit of a hot pink, and I see also some sort of green turquoise, you know? I don't know, guys. This palette is absolutely beautiful. I have not played with it because I've been using the Odin's Eye one since I got that one in the mail first. But I cannot wait to play with this one. I'm going to be doing also 5 looks 1 palette for this. Let's be honest, like, winter is here until probably February, so it's not like, oh, just because it's new right now, we gotta use it right now. I don't know. Right now, I'm feeling more inclined to use other palettes that remind me a little bit of the holidays a little bit more. But yes, guys, I have so many palettes that I really want to create looks with. This one is one of them, and I will create a look with it, but just give me a minute. Let me finish with the Odin's Eye ones first, and then I'll go with this. Yes, guys, absolutely beautiful. If you picked it up, I hope that you are enjoying it a whole lot. And if you have not picked it up and you're thinking about it, well, guys, I cannot give you an opinion on this. I cannot tell you you're missing out. I really don't, because I haven't used it. But color story wise, I think it's really pretty, even though I am a person who does not enjoy blue eyeshadow for me. But lately I've been using it a whole lot, so who knows? Maybe I am turning into a blue eyeshadow person. Who knows? Alright, next I have another high-end eyeshadow palette for you. This one I did speak about this palette in my previous video, the holiday palettes. But I do think it's also necessary because it's not just for the holidays. It's a very cute palette for the winter. And I am talking about the Anastasia Beverly Hills Rose Metals palette, or Rose Metal. I think it's just Rose Metal. This is how this palette looks like. It has very beautiful, cool tones. And like I said before, every time that I use this palette, I just feel so glamorous. It is so, 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 so pretty. I really like this heavenly shade. I really like this haze shade and this royal shade. They are just absolutely beautiful. Let's swatch them over here. Look at that. Look at the pigmentation. Like, it's absolutely insane. And then you get this one also right here. Like, oh my goodness. This palette, by the way, is limited edition. This one is not as punchy, but you can put it on top of others and it looks so good. It's limited edition, but it's still available at Sephora. And I believe also on Anastasia Beverly Hills website. But it's really, really cute, guys. And it's full of very glam but cool tones. Yes, it's definitely pretty. I totally recommend picking it up if you have not. And if you haven't, it's fine. I mean, you don't have to, you know what I'm saying? But it really is cute. And if it's been on your mind and you know it's limited edition, I do recommend that you pick it up sooner rather than later, because I don't know when this palette is going to go out of stock and gone forever. But it really is cute. Alright, guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next palette. I have another Colourpop over here. This one is we already spoke about these stones, so should be a surprise for you. I'm talking about the Wine and Only palette. Again, all of those wine burgundy tones. Actually, I think 2 years ago, yes, 2 years ago, I wore this one for New Year's Eve, and I just absolutely loved it. It's such a cute palette. Again, just those burgundy tones. Let's see how this one swatch. You get some pinky. Look at that. It's so cute. And then, boom. So bright. And then this matte's so pigmented. Like, it's crazy. Let's see how, like, look at that. So pretty. So yes, guys, the only problem, I'm going to be honest, I don't know if this palette is still in stock. So, I really don't think it is. This kind of collections, I don't think they keep them for a very long time. I hope it is. And if it is, I'm going to leave it obviously in the description box down below. But if it's not, and you have this palette, this is your sign to use it. Bring it back, bring it out. Just, it's so pretty. I really like burgundy tones, and that kind of eyeshadow is just so cute. I love every eyeshadow except blues, but even blues, look, I'm using them. Looks like I might be getting into them now. Gosh, now my fingers are all dirty. Ugh, but it's okay. We're having fun with the eyeshadow palettes because I love eyeshadow palettes. Alright guys, let's go ahead and move on to the next eyeshadow palette. This one, it's a little bit newer, and whenever I say newer, it's just because it came out this year. I believe February. I'm talking about the Sea Talk palette from Odin's Eye and Lauren May Beauty. Another palette that I have not had a chance to use. Can you believe that? But let me tell you why I chose this palette. I know you're probably seeing this very lime green over there and you're thinking like, what, Carla? Like, how is this a winter palette? Let me tell you why I think it's a winter palette. First of all, and very obvious, I think, you have the blues. Okay, you got this 3 blues right here, and even this mint shade over there. Although for me, mint, it's like spring. But the blue shades, that in itself is winter for me. And then you have this ones over here, this more cool tone neutral shades. I know these two are a little bit more on the warm side, but this two, the dolphin tail and the smoky pearl, they are these beautiful cool tones that just I think it was Patty Alonso. She created a look with this palette using that dolphin tail and this one over here. It looks so beautiful. So beautiful that I'm like, I just want to recreate that look. But I haven't done it. Okay? I will at some point. But yes, guys, this palette, I do think it's perfect for winter. I'm going to make it my goal to use it during this winter and create that look that I was talking about. But yes, if you have it, if you purchased it this year, you know, it's still newer. But don't forget about it just because you bought probably many other eyeshadow palettes if you are like me and, you know, are obsessed with eyeshadow palettes. Yeah, this is your sign to don't put it back on your drawer. Keep it where you can see it, especially during winter. You can get some good use of those blues and those taupe cool tone shades. Yes. Alright guys, I still have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 palettes. So let's go ahead and keep going so we don't stay here for too long. I'm gonna bring in my, well, it's not my last high end, but this is my most bougie palette, okay? And I do think it's perfect for winter. This one is on the neutral side, so for my neutral girlies, this is for you. I'm talking about Pat McGrath Laughs Rose Divine. I'm sorry, Divine Rose. My bad. This is how this palette looks like. It's a cool tone lover's dream. You get pinky cool tones. You get this one duochrome over here. So beautiful. You get those absolutely stunning special shades from Pat McGrath. And you get some like rosy tones and in a cool tone shade. It is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful palette, guys. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I want to put you on my eyes right now. I want to play with it. Yes. But I have this on my eyes, of course. But who knows? Maybe tomorrow I'll play with it. I should be create more looks with this. So I am definitely gonna make sure that I keep this within reach for the winter because it's an absolutely beautiful palette, guys. Like, just look at this shade right here. And then let's touch this one too, the special shade of Pat McGrath. Ugh. Let's see. Just so pretty. I know it might be not as punchy, but then look at that special shade. It's gorgeous. Just so pretty. Let's add a little bit more of the other one just because I truly want this to be more. There you go. That's better. Look at that. Look at that special shade. Just all the glitter and then that duochrome right there. It's so beautiful. Just look at that. Just tapping like it's just beautiful. If you are a neutral girly and you like high-end makeup stuff, this one for winter, so pretty. Definitely recommend it. This one was a gift from my friends, so if you're watching this video, girlies, I love you so much. Thank you so much. I really like my palette. All right, next I have one that I also included on my other video on the holiday palette, but this one I'm talking about the Snow Dream palette from Odin's Eye. This one does look a little bit more like Christmas, not gonna lie, but it also has some really cute tones over here that I thought, you know what, these are not necessarily Christmas, like this purple right here, this peach right here, this mint, although mint for me it's more of a, like I said, spring tone, but it still has a really cute cool tones like this two right here, this one's right here, and this blue, this holographic shade that would make a really cute look for an everyday winter look, more on the neutral side. And of course you can also mix this greens right here. I mean, it doesn't have to be, or the red one also, it doesn't have to be a Christmassy look for, you know, for you to use this palette, even though it kind of looks like Christmas, right? But I don't know, I do think it's also very cute, especially considering like that purple, that holographic shade, you know. I think that some pretty looks can come up with this one for winter, for the whole season, and not just for the holidays. I will also try to work on creating 5 looks 1 palette with this one. It's just that I have so many eyeshadows, guys, in my collection, so many new palettes, that I am just needing to find the time to use them. I feel like I need to be using 1 palette a week. I don't know, guys, I'm talking to myself. I need to figure out in my head how to use all of these palettes because I do want to use them. I'm so tired of having palettes not used and just looking at them looking all pretty. But anyway, let's go ahead and keep, you know, moving with the palettes. Next one that I have over here, it's one that it's also on the newer side. It came out this year, I believe in September or August. I cannot remember. But I'm talking about, it might be a little bit of a surprise, but it shouldn't if you've been following the trend that I've been giving on this video. I'm talking about the Nomad Cosmetics Ghost Town USA palette. This one, guys, I know it's like it was for their spooky season. Look at this. And it doesn't say anything about winter, but all the tones in here are cool tones. So how am I not going to choose this palette for winter if this is a cool tone palette, you know? All of this right here, your neutral cool tones. Then you got your blue tones, also cool tones, and your green cool tones. It's just like, what else do you want from this? It's nothing but cool tones. So it's like another winter's person dream on the more colorful side if you want to. And I did use this one quite a lot. I did create a 5 looks 1 palette with this with this palette. And there's shades over here that I truly love, like Garnet, this one right here. I already forgot what the MT means. Sorry, guys. But and the texture of this palette is just so different than any other palette that I've tried before, or any other shimmers that I've tried before. But of course I used my other finger, which means I need to use this side. Sorry. So here we are. I have multiple hairs. My bad. We have this one right here. Very cute. Some sparkles in there. Then this one right here. Also very bright with also some sparkles. And then the Garnet shade, which I really like. I loved how that one looked on my eyes. with some sparkles in here. I'll say this, I feel like the Odin's eye has more sparkles than this one's, but it's still a really, really nice palette in really good quality if you are looking for some good indie brands and some really, this is like a very putty shimmer. I don't know how to explain it. I believe it has like prickle cactus or something oil in it, and you can absolutely tell it just by touching this. This is part of their permanent collection, so you can definitely pick this one up from Nomad Cosmetics website in case that you want to. So I'm going to leave the link in the description box down below. It is not affiliated. I do not have any codes other than the Natasha Denona one. So yes, guys, nothing else besides that is affiliate. Okay guys, 3 more palettes to go. Yay! I love talking about eyeshadow palettes, but whenever it comes to editing the video, that's whenever it becomes a problem. So let's go ahead and move on to the last high-end eyeshadow palette that I have. I'm talking about the Natasha Denona I Need a Nude palette. I know this one is very rosy, very everyday palette, but again, if we're talking about cool tones and how cool tones are for winter, this one, guys, even though it's a neutral palette, it's still a cool tone palette. So it's your neutral cool tone. If you don't want to spend the $130 on the Pat McGrath one for 10 shades, I believe, or 12 shades, you can spend $69 on 15 shades. Ow. So it's about half of the price for this one right here, and it is still very, very, very beautiful, very cool tone, very everyday. I have not touched this palette yet. It is brand new, even though I purchased it whenever it came out, and I still haven't used it. Can you believe that? And it's an everyday palette. It's been a whole lot. There's been a whole lot of things going on this year. It's just too much. But I will say this, it is very cute, and I cannot wait to use it. I want to take pictures before I put my fingers on it though, because I have not taken pictures with this one. But yes, if you are into cool tones and you want something higher end but still on the cheaper side, or cheaper than Pat McGrath, Natasha Denona, it's gonna be for you. Very cute, and look at this packaging. It's also really, really cute. All right, 2 more palettes and we are done. Let's go ahead and move on to the last cosmic brushes that I have over here. I am talking about the Gothic palette. This one, again, we're talking about this pink, wine, burgundy tones, and also the purples. Although I think that purples can go year-round, and I like them also a whole lot for Halloween. This palette, I think that it would be a good palette for winter, just because of this shades right here. It reminds me of, you know, winter, the burgundy. This one right here. What is it called? Phantom. Really, really cute. I have not used this palette either. I am so sorry, guys. It's just I have too many and I only have one set of eyes to put eyeshadows on, okay? But it's really, really cute. I cannot wait to use it. I do think I'm going to be doing also a 5 looks 1 palette. Let's see if we can create. I'm sure I can create 5 looks 1 palette with this. It's 12 shades. And I know that they might look a little bit monochromatic, but I can do it. But yes, guys, this one, honestly, this is a side that I think for winter. And I do want to use that phantom shade and probably that nocturnal shade. It's just like, you know, I want to create a winter look with that. That's it. But you may disagree with me, that's fine. But yes, I do like this palette for winter. Kind of matches with the other wine tone or burgundy tone palettes, like the retro palette from Natasha Denona or the One and Only from Colourpop. So yeah, this is kind of what I see. But this one is, you know, the Natasha Denona is the high-end one, the Colourpop one is the drugstore one, and this one is the indie one. So I have one of each. Last but not least, guys, this palette, to my surprise, color story wise, I like it. I have not used it. Let me make that very clear. But I really like it. Like, just looking at this palette, it's like, it's so pretty. And it's so winter. Unfortunately, this palette is out of stock. People, I'm not going to say that they were fighting over this, but they were, like, very excited that this one was brought back. And it went like this again. And I'm talking about the Odin Side Christmas Eve palette. This one, guys, it's nothing but a cool tone dream palette. all those blues. Like, it's just so pretty. Again, I am not a cool tone girly, and I am just in love with this color story. I don't know why. But these blues right here, they just look stunning. Then you get some purples. This mustardy shade just right there, just popping, just because. So cute. Taupe shade right here. I think I already spoke about the purples, but yes, gold shades, silver shades, gray shades. Like, I feel like this palette, it looks like it's well done. I have so many ideas of looks that I can create with this. I just, yes, I really, really like it. So stunning, so pretty. Haven't used it, but I am like, I feel like after this is the one that I want to use. But no, I also want to use the Cosmic Precious one. You know what I'm saying? Like, but it's so cute. Like, really, really, I can think of so many ways of me using this palette, and it's just stunning. I am so sorry for those of you that were not able to get it the second time around. I can see why you guys are upset of not being able to grab it. So if you grabbed it, I'm sure that you are reaching out for it. And if you grabbed it last year, I hope that you continue using it and don't let it go, you know, to waste. It's such a beautiful palette, and you know that a lot of people were trying to get their hands on it. So make sure that you know, give it some love. Alright guys, that is it for today. Those were all the palettes that I had for winter. Let me know in the comments down below if there's any other palette that you think I missed, or, you know, that you guys have in your collection that also reminds you of winter that I may not have in my collection. That's why I didn't mention it. I am excited to hear from you guys. But that is it for today, guys. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed talking about eyeshadow palettes just as much as I do and enjoy the swatches. If you like this video and you like eyeshadow palettes, like I said, as much as I do, make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel and click on that bell notification button so you don't miss any single one of my videos. And I will see you tomorrow on day number 5 of Vlogmas. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Bye!